Absolutely.
I was not doing it right. Okay, good. We have you. That's good. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to call to order the Board of County Commissioners meeting for January the 18th, 2022. And Ms. Butcher, would you lead us in the pledge this morning? Janet, would you lead us in the pledge? Will you do us the honor? Thank you so much. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. I'm not trying to pick on you. No, that's truly, it's not, I'm not picking on you. Madam Clerk, item number 2.
Okay. Chair Von Hartung.
Here.
Vice Chair Alexis Hill via Zoom.
Here.
Bob Lucy is absent. Katie Jung via Zoom.
Present.
Jeannie Herman is absent. County Manager Eric Brown. Chief Deputy District Attorney Mary Candares. And I'm Jan Galasini, your County Clerk. Sir, you have a quorum.
Thank you so much, Madam Clerk. That takes us to item number 3, public comment. Mr. Manager.
Item 3 is public comment. Comment heard under this item will be limited to 3 minutes per person and may pertain to matters both on and off the commission agenda. The commission will also hear public comment during individual action items with comment limited to 3 minutes per person. Comments are to be made to the commission as a whole.
Madam Clerk.
While we wait for a system update, I will mention that I have emails from Susan Howell and Bruce Foster that will be placed on the record. And in chambers, we have one second.
I know we've got a couple.
First up, we will call Janet Butcher.
Ms. Butcher, welcome. And again, thank you so much. Should be.
There's no lot. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Okay. Well, and thank you for giving me the honor of starting the pledge. I was at the Regents meeting the other day, and I was very surprised that there were 2 educators, professors, who obviously do not understand what the FDA has done as far as this emergency injection. It is not FDA approved as a vaccine. It is FDA approved as an emergency injection. I was really very surprised that 2 intellectuals didn't know this. So I think there are probably a lot of other people who don't know or understand that information is out there. So I just kind of wanted to make that as a note. I'm hoping that we can dispense with the machine outside. I'm not sure if you guys have been threatened or something. I don't know, but it's kind of interesting. We come to other meetings here and we don't have to go through the detector. So I'm hoping that we can move forward. It kind of starts at a lower level. We have to stop this nonsense. I've predicted that closer to the 2022 midterm elections that we would have another outbreak of the virus because it worked in 2020. I'm kind of a little bit surprised that we're starting it already, but kind of makes sense a little bit. So at our level, at the city level, at the county level, at the I know we can't get Sisolak to, but we need to start stepping up and saying, this is nonsense. We've got to stop this. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next up, we have Aaron Massengale.
Welcome.
Good morning. I wanted to request that you ban vaccine passports. I want to request that you not only ban vaccine passports, but actually write a strong resolution regarding it. That not only do we ban vaccine passports for the entry of businesses for patrons, but that we ban vaccine passports and any sort of mandatory vaccination requirements for businesses to employees, which is basically turning employers into slavists. This is not acceptable. This would not be acceptable under any other circumstance. Additionally, I wanted to thank you for ending the public health emergency. Last week, the chairman had stated, however, that this does not apply to the mask mandate. And my question to you is, if there's no public health emergency, if there's no emergency, then why the mask? So if there's no public health emergency, we all admit that there's nothing to worry about and we can take the masks off and we can ask employers to stop requiring their employees to wear masks. Nobody wants to participate in this facade anymore. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have nobody else signed in.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Clerk. I will close public comment and bring it back to the board. That takes us to item number 4. Mr. Manager.
Item 4 is commissioners, county managers, announcements, reports, and updates to include boards and commissions, updates, requests for information, or topics for future agendas.
Mr. Manager, do you have any such items?
Mr. Chair, I just want to point out to the public that effective today, anyone that is interested in getting COVID tests can do so at covidtest.gov. It's a website that's been opened up to 4 free tests per home. And they're saying they'll ship in 7 to 12 days. So just thought I'd pass that on for general public.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Commissioners, I'll start with Commissioner Hill. Commissioner Hill, do you have anything, Madam Vice Chair, rather?
No, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Jung?
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. As for me, Mr. Manager, you were at our last Citizens Advisory Board meeting. I have asked for this. I don't know what the agenda item is going to look like, but I still would like to have the commission craft and vote on a letter for the advanced signal warning systems on Pyramid Highway. And that is all I have for now. I'll save my comments on other things for later. Mr. Manager, that takes us to item number 5.
Item 5 is a presentation by HR of certificates honoring the following Washoe County employees who have completed essential employee development courses and employees who have completed the Management Development Pilot Program. And so I'm going to read the names of the employees to whom certificates will be sent. Starting with Viridiana Chaidez, Selena Eastwood, Nicole Hansen, Christy Harmon, Christina Hernandez, Virginia McDonald, Victoria Nicholson Hornblower, Samantha Pfisterer, Tamara Pierce, Janet Prestopino, Zoma Reyes, Joseph Size, and Brandon Smith. In addition, we'd like to recognize the employees that participated in our first management development program. This is which consisted of 6 courses that the following employees attended and completed. And they also offered recommended changes to the program for the improvement of it for those who will take it going forward. And that group includes John Ariscotta, Catherine Callahan, Julie Dial, Margaret Ford, Kareen Gleans, Jessica Cochea, Reginald Greer, Jessica Gutierrez, Elizabeth Jordan, Joshua Kotz, David Kelly, Ariel Lester, Heidi Mitzeldat Nelson, and Mark Stewart, Francisco Vega, and James Wood.
So, Mr. Manager, that's Goikachia
Thank you.
is how that's pronounced, and then the other name is Mittelstadt.
Middlestat.
Yes, I actually know some Middlestats.
All right. Thank you, sir.
So, okay. Do we need to take action on this, Mr. Manager?
No action is required, Mr. Chair.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, and congratulations to everyone on those achievements. I appreciate the extracurricular time that you guys put in to better yourselves and the county. That takes us to item number 6, Mr. Manager.
Item 6A1 is acknowledge the communications and reports received by the clerk on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, including the following categories: communications, monthly statements, reports, and annual statements, reports.
Okay, this is all under consent, item 6, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioners, do you have any questions for staff on consent? Or anything needs to be pulled out before I go through some stuff?
Mr. Chairman, I don't have a question. I just wanted to point out one of the items on consent is a donation, 6B1, that I am doing from my Commissioner Discretionary Fund.
You're stealing my thunder, Commissioner. You're stealing my thunder.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to just point out one item, but I can wait. I'll wait.
Okay, all right. You're stealing my thunder. I just wanted to know that 6B1 is indeed a disbursement of special commission funds in the amount of $1,000 from Vice Chair Alexis Hill to the Office of the County Recorder to offset recording fees for the recording of a declaration of removal of discriminatory restrictions for 23 homes for the purpose of disavowing racist language contained in property records. And I want to thank you for that assistance, Commissioner.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I just wanted to point out that I'm going to be working with the Recorder's Office to look at how we can improve this process in the future, because homeowners do have to pay a fee in order to disavow this language. And so I'd like to see how we can make a change during the legislative session. And Recorder work has been really dedicated to doing that. So I look forward to doing that. But I know this is a real problem in these older neighborhoods, and there's this language that is actually attached to my home as well. So I'm hoping people will take advantage of removing this language and getting their fees, not having to pay fees to do so. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm gonna while we're doing this, and I don't want to get too far afield, but I'm going to ask Ms. Canderas, is that something that has to go to the legislature, or can we waive those fees for the Recorder's Office for people to have this language struck from their deeds?
Mr. Chair, I believe those fees are statutorily imposed.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
at this time, Commissioner Hill's solution seems to be appropriate.
Okay. Good. All right. I wanted to make sure, because if there was an easier path forward, I certainly wanted to take that. Again, thank you so much, Commissioner Hill. I'd also like to recognize item 6C1, recommendation to acknowledge various items donated totaling an estimated market value of $20,250 And number 2, accept donations from various donors to Washoe County Human Services Agency Child Protective Services Fund to support welfare activities in the amount of $20,295, retroactive for the period of October 16th, 2021 through December 25th, 2021. And I would like to thank everyone for those donations. We are eternally grateful. Commissioners, is there anything else on consent?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I would also like to request a future agenda item for my discretionary funds in the amount of $1,000 to also assist homeowners prior to, which I fully believe that our vice chairwoman and our recorder will be successful in statutorily changing that. But in the meantime, I'd like to do that in a means of support for the whole initiative as another commissioner. So if I could have that on an agenda, that would be great. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so seeing nothing else from commissioners, Madam Clerk, public comment for item 6, the consent agenda.
For item 6, I have nobody signed in.
Okay. All right. I will close public comment, bring it back to the board. Either Commissioner Jung or Vice Chair Hill, I'm looking for a motion for the consent.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Jung, second by Vice Chair Hill. Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? I heard everybody's voice. Motion carries unanimously. Mr. Manager, that takes us to item number 7.
Item 7 is public comment. Comment heard under this item will be limited to 3 minutes per person and may pertain to matters both on and off the commission agenda. The commission will also hear public comment during individual action items with comment limited to 3 minutes per person. Comments are to be made to the commission as a whole.
Okay. Madam Clerk, would you please call public comment?
Sure. We have Janet Butcher up first.
Ms. Butcher, welcome back.
Thank you. It's my understanding, anyway, I've heard these rumblings that there's an issue with the voter registrar's office having to do with people signing up to do poll workers. So I don't know if that's under your purview or if something can be done there. But and then I'm going to beat the horse some more as far as like the vaccine is concerned. I have a daughter who is immune compromised, a transplant patient who was talked into getting the vaccine. She is not getting the booster. She took 2 shots. The first time in 6 years since she had her transplant, she got ill. Now, I will add that she works from home because of the situation. She had to take a leave of absence from her second job because it was in the public. The other one she can do from home because it's with a cable company. But this is the first time that she got sick. There's no way to say yay, nay, it had to do with the vaccine, it didn't have to do with the vaccine. But we're pushing this on people. If it's a choice and you want to do it, great. It's the same thing with the mask. I say, if you want to wear the mask, wear the mask. If you don't, don't. I've wore one on the plane before. It was 3 years ago before all of this stuff happened. But I was sick, and I didn't want to get anybody else sick. But we have to start using some common sense. There are areas where you take your chances. You take a test, you can take 3 tests in a row. One of them's positive, 2 of them aren't. I've known people in my household, one person got COVID, the other person got COVID, one was over it in 6 days, the other one 5 weeks. One size does not fit all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Erin Massengale.
Welcome back, Ms. Massengill.
Thank you. I also wanted to speak on today is the testing. The testing that we're requiring from people, the testing that we're discussing and pushing. The CDC came out and said that the testing does not differentiate the difference between the regular flu and what is perceived as COVID-19. I would like to request that we end even discussing the testing. If we're pouring money into it on a county level, that we stop wasting taxpayer funds. I would like to make being sick normal again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I have nobody else signed in.
Thank you. And Aaron, I was not ignoring you, I was writing. Okay, I will close public comment and I will bring it back to the board. That takes us to item number 8. Mr. Manager.
Item 8 is, excuse me, commissioners and county managers' announcements, reports, and updates to include boards and commissions updates, requests for information, or topics for future agendas.
Mr. Manager?
I have nothing further, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Commissioner Jung? Please tell me you're still there, Commissioner.
I'm here. I'm so sorry. I was on a different screen. I have nothing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, other than just tell everybody to take good care of themselves.
Thank you. Vice Chairwoman? Sorry.
No, Mr. Chairman, thank you. And I ditto that. Please take care of yourselves right now.
Okay, thank you so much. As for me, Mr. Manager, you know I've requested this. I'd like to hear from the voter registrar sooner rather than later how we are dealing with some of the voting issues, some of the questions. I'd like to understand the laws that are coming forward, what's in the county's purview, what's not in the county's purview. And I would like to understand how we are recruiting for poll watchers and for not poll watchers, but members of the public to work at our polling places. I'd like to understand that. Okay? Commissioners, did I knock anything loose?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. Very good. If there is nothing else, thank you so much, everyone. We are adjourned.
Thank you. You
Bye,
too.
thanks.